Hey, my friend, did you know that if you do affirmations incorrectly or wrong, then you will actually push away what you want and you will attract more of what you do not want? The crazier thing is, some people, maybe you, might say, yeah, but that's not me because I don't even do affirmations. Maybe you've never tried them, or maybe you don't believe in it. Maybe you think it's ridiculous. And maybe you clicked on this video because you're going to comment down below, this doesn't work. But did you know, even if you think you aren't doing affirmations, you're still doing them all day long? Stanford University did a study and they found that we have approximately 60,000 thoughts per day. What's a repeated thought? It's an affirmation. Stanford found we have 60 to 65,000 thoughts a day in the subconscious mind. 95% of all your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors are in this subconscious mind. And Stanford said 70% of those 60,000 thoughts are negative and redundant. They're negative and redundant. Redundant meaning repeated, meaning these are affirmations. Your personality, your beliefs about reality, your entire worldview is an affirmation that you are repeating 60,000 times per day. Now, I was in the camp where I was like, I'll give affirmations a try. But then I didn't get what I wanted. So then I started to think, well, I guess none of this stuff really works. Now, mind you, I was one of those people that I read every single book I could find. I watched every YouTube video on self-improvement and motivation and law of attraction and manifestation. I thought I knew what I was doing. Turns out, I was doing the entire thing wrong because almost everything we know about affirmations, the subconscious mind, and creating reality is wrong. So, you have to stop doing affirmations as you've been told, almost entirely. And once you understand how they really work, you can use them to get what you want quicker, faster, and easier. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returner, thanks for coming back. My name is Jake with JakeDucey.com. If you haven't yet, I have a free success hypnosis. You can click right there. It'll pop up, or it's jakeshypnosis.com. It's in the description and pinned to the comments right there down below. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind and make that 95% of your life, those 60,000 thoughts, in alignment with your conscious desires. It's free. All you got to do is listen to it for a minute or two a day. You can click right there down below to get that. And let's dive right into this video. All right. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a visual person. I'm a visual learner. And just hearing information doesn't always click for me. But once I see it, it's like, boom, that's how it works. And then you find out it actually does work and you know how to do it. So I want to give you a visualization or a concept, some imagery of how affirmations work and how they don't work. Now, let's draw this little guy here. Let's pretend this is you. Now, the bottom half of this is your subconscious mind and the top half is your conscious mind. Now, I know that's not really how your mind looks, but we need a representation of how the mind actually works. So we have conscious and subconscious. Now, the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. Subconscious mind. The emotional mind, there's no logic and it only accepts whatever is repeated into it. Then we have the conscious mind. The conscious mind is logic and reason. Now, when we look at this, we start to understand how affirmations work. Thoughts are energy. And let's imagine this is a thought here. Here's our little thought bubble. These go directly into the subconscious mind, which controls 95% of our life. Whatever is inside this subconscious mind expresses itself as our results. So whatever is impressed will express. And if you're with me so far, you can hit the like button on this video or give me a I'm with you, Jake, right there down below. Now, let's go in deeply into how this would actually manifest itself. And this is why affirmations don't work for most people. Here's what most people do. They think of the words that they want. So let's say my affirmation is that I'm rich or that I'm loved. Now, these go into the conscious mind. But when most people repeat an affirmation, they're focused on the words. So what happens is, I'm rich. Did it seem like I was being honest? Did it seem like that created any emotion? No, it doesn't create any emotion. I am so grateful that money's coming to me in increasing quantities. That has a different energy, right? Same thing. I'm loved and my soulmate's coming and I'm worthy of love. Like you could even see it in my body language. They create different emotions. So when most people are doing their affirmations, they're focused on the word. And when you're focused on the word, because the subconscious mind is your emotional mind, this is not a strong enough charge of energy to enter the subconscious. Because remember, the subconscious is the emotional mind. What most people are doing is affirmations that only access the conscious mind, which is logic, words, reason. So their affirmations are only getting into 5% of what controls your reality, whereas this controls 95% of your entire reality, and you do them, you don't get the results. Results stay the same. And then we say affirmations do not work. And this is when I finally figured it all out. I created a success hypnosis for myself, and I started listening to it every day, but I didn't listen to the words exclusively. The only metric of whether I succeeded or failed in my visualization, people say, am I doing this right? The only way I decided whether I did it right is if I felt different than when I sat down. If I felt different, that means I communicated with the subconscious emotional mind, which means I put an electrical charge to my words. Just like you need a positive and a negative current for an electrical charge, you need a positive and negative current for an electrical charge in the cells of your brain. And every time you have an emotion, you spark electrical activity. But most people, it's the same idea. They only have the negative or they only have the positive of the charge, but you need both sides of it. So I have a free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. You can click right there, or it's in the description, and it's pinned to the comments right there down below. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it, which is crazy because originally I just made it for myself and then everyone started getting these epic results. The reason that it works so well, so make sure you get that, but don't get it yet, because here's exactly how you make the affirmations start to work for you. This is exactly what we don't want to do, right? Because then we get the same results. But what happens if my affirmations have an electrical current attached to them and they are no longer just words? Well, now we're speaking the language of the subconscious mind, which is the emotional mind, because emotion is just energy. Emotion is energy in motion. Now we've given it a vehicle. The affirmations now have a vehicle to go into the cells of our brain. They can now spark an electrical current. And the emotional mind, which is the subconscious mind, receives it. It doesn't understand words. That's why we have all this childhood trauma, because they were the dominant emotions. And then as adults, we're like, why the hell do I still have all this crappy belief systems and all these, shitty sabotage? It's because the emotional mind, these emotions from childhood are programmed into us. And by the same way, you can use new emotion, energy and motion to build these. So then what happens when your words of your affirmation have an energy or an emotion behind them, a sensation in your nervous system? Now they're a physiological phenomena, a biochemical phenomena. So what happens? They land in each one of these X's is these new belief systems. Now they've landed into the subconscious. When that's happened, because this controls 95% of our life, we get new results. The simplest way that I did this was every single affirmation that I picked, I read it out loud. I printed them and I put them on my wall and I read them with emotion. The only reason I did this is so my brain knew it was really happening. When you say an affirmation in your head and it's just an idle thought in your head, it's like your brain doesn't take it as seriously. In the same way that if I walked in and if I turned on this video and I had no shirt on and I looked hungover and I hadn't brushed my hair and my teeth and I was only wearing boxers, you wouldn't take me seriously, would you? But if I walked in and I'm looking like this, like super expensive suit, just obviously this isn't a suit, but right, the visual appearance has an effect, right? Well, it's the exact same idea here. Now, when I read them out loud, it was like they were finally dressed and my subconscious took them seriously. My brain took them seriously. It created the emotions. So the simple process that you do is write your affirmations, read them out loud, then you practice mentally rehearsing them with your eyes closed. The way that you do this is through a simple checklist. Can you see it? Can you hear it? Can you taste it? Can you touch it? Can you feel it? You want to evoke all of those sensory experiences so you spark the cells in your brain. I do this with my eyes closed while I let my success hypnosis play. If you want to download that, you can click right there, or go to the link in the description and pin to the comments right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's free to use. So I want to thank you for watching today's video. You can click here to watch another one where I break down how you start to change your subconscious mind. I invite you to immediately, when this video ends, go in front of your mirror, close the door so no one hears you, and start saying your affirmations out loud. You can download my success hypnosis. Once you feel that excitement from saying those out loud, listen to the success hypnosis, close your eyes, and start mentally rehearsing your future. Change your brain, change your subconscious, and you will change your life.